Hello viewers, and welcome back to Renowned Explorers, More to Explore. It's time to kick Rivalu's ass. I am tired of him, and his stealing our first expedition treasures, and his sending his various crew members after us, and all of the nonsense. This is it. You can finally prove that you're a better explorer than Rivalu. Also, maybe he doesn't come home at the end of the expedition. Who could say what happened? It's a dangerous profession. You do so in none other than a most magical place, Shangri-La, the Himalayan utopia. It is said that one's dreams come true bit by bit when you are in Shangri-La. At the center is the Palace of the Sintamani. It contains an orb said to be a treasure of mystic proportion, on par with the Ark of the Covenant and El Dorado. If you retrieve it, you'll go down in history as one of the greatest explorers of all time. Can you see Mali among the illustrious names of Vasco da Gama, Zhang He, and Ibn Battuta? Yeah, I can, for sure. Why not? You know, Zhang He, Ibn Battuta, and that girl Molly, remember? But first, you need to beat Rivalu. It is said that the orb can only be obtained with the 4 Shambhala keys. Those will surely give you an advantage. As you know, Rivalu already has one, and will be looking for the keys as well, so it's better to find them before he does. However, you might be able to snatch the orb away even without the keys. Yeah, maybe. Listen, it's a world of possibilities. Don't let anybody tell you different. Okay, so this is a little awkward. I'll just say, for the people who don't know, I don't want to spoil anything just yet, but based on my knowledge, of these 3 places where the Shambhala keys are being kept, we wanted to go to this one first. And the fact that we can't is going to make this a little bit harder. Also, lots of double spending nodes, or lots of double spending routes in Shangri-La. This place looks untouched, but an entire tree has been lifted out of the ground by something. That must have been one stealthy giant. An interesting phenomenon. Oh man, 2 study tokens. Come on, you're spoiling me. Some demons are guarding a mountain pass. You can engage them to pass, or you could take a longer route. That seems terrible. Let's fight some demons. I shouldn't be so cavalier about this. The demons actually are pretty dangerous foes. It is actually totally possible to lose resolve fighting demons, even with gear like ours. We're going to be a little bit careful. So obviously there are green demons, blue demons, and red demons, and they correspond roughly to the 3 major moods, or attitudes rather. So this guy is only weak to being impressed, but he has 0 armor. This guy has a lot of armor, and is weak to a couple of friendly things, and this guy has a lot of defenses of all kinds, and is weak to a couple of devious things. So we have to figure out what the best path through this battle is. Sadly, nobody here is weak against Terrify, which is the thing that the emotion that we bring in the largest amount. We can get some pretty good damage out of an Enrage on this guy, and also we can just Enrage Bomb the heck out of him health-wise. I think that we're going to start with this. That'll draw their attention to Molly and give her a significant grit boost. You can see she's at 50% dodge now. So this guy is weak against Encourage and friendly abilities plus 25% power. I think we are not going to regret having buffed up her ability to Encourage. Otherwise, we'd actually be in a really rough place fighting these guys. Aw. That's not even close to lethal. I mean, we do have 76 attack power. Let's just not forget about that. Earl can just shoot the faces of the enemies off on occasion. Also, remember we have a line stun from Earl that we have access to. These friendly dudes are gonna get messed up. But they are putting us in the impressed state, which is dangerous. Thankfully, everybody else wanted to attack Molly. So we can blow these guys the hell up. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Yeah, Molly can just punch them right out. So let's figure out... Let's enrage this guy. Yep, and that'll allow Molly to finish him off. Nice high damage, plus the armor penalty, plus, Molly dealing 40% bonus damage with her attack against enraged units. Alright, we're going to endure a turn of weakened speech defense here, but at the end of this turn we win, so I'm not that concerned about it. Okay, Molly, please don't just eat it. Well, that makes it so we don't win this turn, I think. How very annoying. Because Molly needs to come over here and slay this nerd. Because we want Dolores to be the one who attacks this guy. So as you saw there, two-shotted from full health. That is a thing that is going to happen. These guys just hit like that. And I know that we had a disadvantageous attitude thing going on, but remember, we still did have some of the best gear in the game to back it up. Alright, we have dominated those horrible little demons. We break their will and continue through the pass. The demons even gives you some gold in tribute, as well as telling you how to sneak past demons. Handy. So, I don't think we have enough... what do you call it? I don't think we have enough supplies to make it over to here to do this one first and then come back. So these things, these Shambhala key areas, correspond to Rivalu's henchmen. We have to fight one of them. Here is where we fight Cassandra Shafiq. This would be the Amir Akhtar fight. I think fighting Cassandra's the way we're going to have to go. We would much rather have fought Tommy Gunn, since, we're good at that. You arrive at the infamous Cave of the Crane. The cave has some mysterious rooms where one's intelligence is tested by a mysterious entity. If you do it correctly, you will find the Shambhala Key of Mind. Molly sure wants it to gain a better chance of getting the Sintamani. Wait a minute, Explorer. It's Cassandra Shafiq, the scientist of Rivalu's crew. She approaches you quickly and begins her plea. Explorer, please. I've been sent to get this Shambhala key, and the challenges in there befit me perfectly, yes? It's best for all of us if I go get it, or else it might be destroyed. You see this? This is what a friendly attack looks like. They're showing us the real world version of a friendly speech attack. So she has bodyguards, and her bodyguards give her extra stuff, extra defensive stats. We need to clear these guys out pretty quickly so that we can take her on the one-on-one. I think we're going to have Dolores run forward and do this. This is very compelling. No, actually, what we're going to have Earl do is... Right, yeah, because you can get around, okay. We're going to have Earl stun these guys so that we don't have to deal with them for this next turn while we're still playing cleanup. And then Molly... What? What do you mean, out of reach? That was weird. Alright. So now we should only take one attack on this coming turn. And it should be pretty blunted. I know we gave the guy confidence, but he'll still attack with speech. Which is why I was not concerned about doing it. It is worth noting, though, to be fair, I do want to be fair, Cassandra was completely right. She has a way better chance of winning the challenge to get the Shambhala key than we do. Like, way better. Oh no. We don't quite get the kill. Okay. We rolled good damage. We still got there. Unfortunately, Dolores is going to eat an attack from a pretty powerful Cassandra here. Actually, that wasn't that bad. Okay, let's get Earl over here. That's what I thought. Earl gets just close enough to apply the armor debuff. And then no, not this. This. Wow, we are not even close on dealing damage to the bodyguards. But we can just ignore them. Just ignore them and really pound the crap out of Cassandra Shafiq. That's maybe not the way that I wanted to express that. Never mind. Yep. Assuming nobody gets downed, next turn we'll see the end of Cassandra here. Even if somebody does get downed, we might have the damage. And them going aggressive, it really did not help. I think that that's just going to make things a lot worse for them. Although it is a shame that nobody is confident anymore. This is just style points. Can I get all three of them? I can. That'll show them. Dominating. Cassandra lies on the floor, beaten and bruised. It's difficult to complete challenges when you can hardly walk. Wow, the game is really coming around to my narrative tone here. Time to face the challenges of the Cave of the Crane and get that Shambhala key. I don't feel good about it, by the way. It's just what we're good at. You enter the cave and the doors shut down behind you. The crew walks on in the cold mist until you encounter a massive closed gate. You hear a clunky, mysterious voice. What are the most important elements for life? I don't know, give me the key. Wrong! You get one more chance to answer the remaining 100 questions correctly. Who wrote The Art of War? Oh boy. It seems you're stuck answering all these questions. Who will give the final answers? We're actually not that bad at this. I thought this was going to go a lot worse. But also, because Earl's a level 6 engineer, you guys, I've played a lot of this game, I've literally never seen this before. Earl notices that the voice of the questioner is quite mechanical. Earl starts searching and finds a hidden and elaborate steam machine that is producing the questions. Ha! They almost made you play a game with a machine. Earl modifies the machine to stop asking questions and just open the gate. There it is, the Shambhala key of mind you've been looking for. It sits waiting for you to take it. I had no idea that being a level 6 engineer led to that. That's awesome. So 25 renown for each level of Survivalist, Quick Thinker, and Rogue. We're 3 Survivalist, 2 Quick Thinker, 5 Rogue? Is that right? Yeah. So this is 250 renown. That's got to be more renown than 3 treasure hunt tokens. That's it. The key is in your possession, improving your chances of getting the Sintamani. You leave the Cave of the Crane and its questions behind to continue your grand adventure. Okay, that went a lot better than I was afraid. It might. How are we supposed to get over here if this mode only connects this way? I really, really wish that they would change their graph generation algorithm so stuff like this doesn't happen. I guess let's go this way, because this way is the only way that reveals more nodes to us, but it's really annoying. Earl sees something shiny and starts digging with bare hands, because that's a sensible thing to do. I guess Earl's not really that sensible of a person. A small jewel is found. A technique challenge? Hey, that's like the only thing we're good at. An exotic but broken machine. Maybe an engineer will know how to make something with it. You know, maybe. A discovery token and 2 tools. Wow. Again, never Awesome. Earl fixes the machine, which seems custom-made for this mountainous area. It will come in very handy. Yeah, never seen... I'm seeing a lot of new stuff here, you guys. Because Earl's a hero. A monk approaches you. Spar with me and show me how disciplined and nimble you are, and I might reward you with some survival techniques. Well, we have 4 tools. We may as well. You know, it's only a 4% difference, and this is a lot more renown worth of tokens. Molly is viciously attacked, but keeps strong. The monk is impressed. You deserve this wisdom. Thank the monk with respect, and continue exploring. Okay, 2 points of supplies. Pretty cool. Campfire time. No question, we just throw out the tactical oeuvre. 400 renown. Seems fine. Your experience facing tactical challenges inspires Dolores. The crew can become more respectable by writing a volume on all the tactics you've encountered. Hey, that sounds like what I do. With your combined tactical expertise, this book will surely become an essential read for tacticians all over the world. Yeah, cool. I do wish we'd been able to get to 5 points, though. More for the buff than for the extra renown. Even near the Himalayas, supplies can be found to extend your expedition. A survivalist has the best chance of finding them. I think we shouldn't need a tool for this Shambhala key. We probably will need one for the other key, and I also want to save one for whichever epic thing that we generated. But I'll go ahead and... That means we still have three tools left, so I'll go ahead and use one here, and then we'll save the other 2 for those 2 things. Exploring the area yields both supplies and interesting study materials. If you say so. What's that? A small group of demons are gathered around a demon leader. The one on Mount Kailash isn't looking. We will infest the mountains once again. Let's warn that guy, or engage whatever. Yeah, well, let's engage him. You engage the demons and their leader for fame and glory. Yeah, it would be nice to have the rank 5 tactician buff instead of just the rank 3. Which, in case you weren't aware, is this. So, these friendly demons are a little tricky for us. Oh, no, they're not, sorry. The blue ones are the tricky ones. These ones have no armor. These ones showed up to the party naked. Not really that great of a play. Does Earl's... Nope, he can't quite get to... Well, I guess I can do it this way, though, right? Make that happen. And then from here, we can focus on these guys. So these guys are resistant to both of the damage types of our AoE abilities. But this guy is weak to Loudmouth. So we'll start the Loudmouth here and then see if we can't... Yep! We can, in fact, one-shot the red demon. And then these 2 will each take a single physical attack. So we have to endure 2 hits here. We'll kill 3 demons on our next turn because they have 0 armor. And then we'll take 1 more attack from there. Come on, Molly. Molly! Did you forget how to dodge? Alright, well, I'm annoyed about all of that. And it's definitely not what I thought was going to happen, because I thought Molly would, you know, avoid any attacks ever. Silly me. But only 1 attack now over here. And only 1 attack over here. Should mean no more resolve lost. The 2 remaining demons can't gang up on anyone. You know, it strikes me that I see mostly red demons when I come here with parties who are bad at dealing with them. And then this time I come here and it's just all green as far as the eye can see. That's okay. We'll just, you know, casually hit for 194 against an enemy that isn't even totally primed. Dolores could have been standing next to him at the very least. He could have had the experimentation debuff on him. But still, I'm annoyed. The demons are defeated. You're now a demon-slaying explorer. Take that, Columbus. Yeah, that guy doesn't work for it. Okay, so that revealed this node to us. It didn't make a point of it, but it should have. Along the way, you find a traveler who aspires to go to Paris. Molly talks with her and makes a new fan. Cool, I guess. You arrive at the place where one of the Shambhala keys is said to be hidden, Tiger Mountain. Old masters who perfected their martial arts are said to meet at the top of the mountain. With a Shambhala key, you can gain the blessing of an elder master, which will surely help you. A divine light is emanating from the top, a sign that the key is still there. This could be tough. The mountain is an arduous climb. You could have someone lead the climb, or maybe it's better to let someone find a hidden route. So, find a hidden route is, I think, survivalist-based. Prepare for the climb should be something that Dolores is pretty good at. Actually, she's not that good at it. Wait, what is, Hidden Passage? Oh, Hidden Passage is actually rogue-based. Well, I said I wasn't gonna tool this. We're not going to. I'm totally going for it. Yeah, Molly just gets there. That was as soon as I clicked, I regretted it. If they think they can keep a secret passage from the great Molly, Seeker of Australia, they are sorely mistaken. Molly finds a concealed passage through the mountains, which is relatively safe, some skillfully dodged traps aside. Soon you reach the top of Tiger Mountain. It's a martial arts monastery. In the middle of the monastery, you see what you're looking for, the Shambhala key. It sure seems to be a tough challenge to get here. There's no one around. All that hard work pays off. Now you can pick up what you've been looking for. The Shambhala key of strength is yours. So with each of these things, the way it works is you have to pass a difficult challenge to get here, and then the first one you get to, the appropriate member of Rivalu's crew has also gotten to, and you have to fight them. This is 2 levels of survivalist, or 3? Yeah, 3 levels of survivalist and 5 levels of athlete. 200 renown is way better than 3 treasure hunt tokens. Alright, with the Shambhala key of strength in your backpack, Molly is more certain of finding the Sintamani. Oh my god, I am so tired of 2-point nodes everywhere. Oh wait, explore a bit more. Hold on, I got turned around because I thought, Alright, so we only have 7 supplies left. And none of the nodes connect in the places where they obviously should connect. Alright, let's go here. The crew arrives at a small forsaken monastery. The gate leading to the court looks inviting. Inside you find a weird sight, an inscribed gong, a well-kept courtyard, and an incredibly focused monk who totally ignores you. Let's investigate the courtyard. Molly can't help but be impressed by this amazingly well-kept piece of architecture. Molly thinks about it. What a great discovery, because the discovery token has gold payout, which means that we'll get better renown from it. Then we'll strike the gong. Molly strikes the gong. It echoes through the valleys. You're not sure if anything happened. With certain crews, stuff happens. I don't think we're going to be able to have a successful conversation with the focused monk, and for some reason, failing to talk to this monk costs you resolve. With nothing of interest left, the crew leaves the mountain. Yeah. It does not make any sense at all that talking to that guy could even possibly cost you resolve, but here we are. What's this? A small pack of demons is terrorizing a poor traveling monk. He looks like he could use some help. This is some straight-up cowardice right here. We'll save you, guy who looks exactly identical to Victor. There's some kind of cloning thing going on under the surface of this game's narrative. Right? Because we saw that person who looked exactly like Yvonne. The weird old guy in the Highlands is trying to date someone who looks exactly like Maria. It's all very suspicious. How do you solve a problem like some guy wanting to date Maria? So how much damage do we actually get out of this? Not enough to matter, and those guys are one-shots anyway. I'm going to take a slightly different tactic with these ones. So Molly has 5 moves. She can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we eliminate this green guy, Molly should be able to slide in and hit the other green guy, too. I think the green guys are the most dangerous to us. The red guys prefer to attack physically. And we have boatloads of armor. And again, this way, the remaining demons are far apart and should not be able to hit the same target. That's very important. He's playing not the world's smallest violin. Okay, so... Primal Roar is not going to be nearly as much damage. It's just punching this guy. And in fact... that seems to be really the way to go. Let's do this just in case. Now we definitely don't have to worry about this guy. Okay, encounter resolved. One more shot will take down the blue guy. He'll never get to act again, and then we have 2 attacks left over for the red guy, who is armored up, but I think going to find that his armor is woefully insufficient. I really do love the little animation for when they hit the ground and the ghost comes out of their mouths. That's super cute. Alright, we learned how to handle the demons with tactics. That's a lesson we should have picked up earlier. Still, take that, Columbus. Oh my god, 2-point nodes leading out of everywhere. Always. Okay, here we go. Finally some supply nodes. What's that? A small group of demons are gathered around a demon leader. It's the same deal as the last time. So, like I said, demons are legitimately dangerous. You've seen we've lost a couple of points of resolve already, and it's really not possible to be too much more prepared than we are. We are definitely going to deal with these green guys a little bit more carefully this time. Rather than trying to get maximally efficient damage dealing on. We'll shoot this guy, and then we'll have Molly fall back and just encourage someone, I think. It's a percentage bonus, so it is more actual extra damage if you give it to people who have higher attack to start with. This might be all we need to make experimentation. Yep. I really should have moved people first. I am terrible at that. Because he would have had 10 less armor. This is obviously the way we should have done this. It turns out not to matter, and we still had Dolores to punch him too. But, bad play. Alright, glory awaits. Demons defeated. Alright, so we're going to take a 2-point trip up here to the place where there are some supplies. A simply beautiful monastery. It looks like a place where you could get a good rest. The monk bids you welcome. Traveler, if you're exhausted, you can rest in my garden. However, taking shelter here will lower your renown. That's weird that he knows about renown. Can we have a conversation? Nope. Talking to this guy would be so humiliating that we would just want to go home. So we'll get 3 supplies if we do this. We'll lose a lot of renown from tokens, but honestly, I think we need the 3 supplies. Because we still have to get over here and then all the way back. What a magnificent sight! Mount Kailash! With the recent demon infestation, the Chosen Ones need to climb the mountain and meditate on the problem. You find some supplies that previous travelers must have left behind. Well, that's nice. We're the Chosen Ones. Start the climb. The first part of Mount Kailash stands before you. It's going to be a very tough climb, which will take a toll on your supplies. You're sure you won't make it in one go. Who will lead the climb? So, Dolores is getting plus 50% from her athlete abilities, but base chance is very poor. So we'll use some supplies to prepare better. tool and still have one tool left over. Oh, maybe I should have done this with Molly, actually. For the extra payout. You finally reach the top of Mount Kailash. The crew looks around frantically for a solution to the demon invasion going on. Then Earl makes an unbelievable find. It's Padmasambhava, the legendary Buddhist. Ah, chosen ones, and in particular you, Earl, the skeptic. Your inquisitive nature has led you to this fateful event. Can you call yourself Bodhisattva, enlightened in the path of Buddha? Earl's beliefs waver, because apparently they weren't very solid in the first place. So I think we're going to take skepticism. Becoming an enlightened Bodhisattva increases your spirit by 25%, and if you don't remember, spirit is hit points. And you get to start encounters always excited, and it doesn't mean just a little bit excited. You start with the bar all the way to the positive side in the excited state. But we're not... I don't think that's that valuable for us, so we're going to remain skeptical for the speech defense. Earl just doesn't believe this. Padmasambhava nods in acknowledgement as if he knows more, and turns to the matter at hand. Now, if the Chosen Ones come to visit me, it must mean that the valleys are being overrun by demons, correct? Yeah. I think we're gonna interrogate him a little. Yeah, but, how are you... Big rock is all. He ignores your question. I see. Thank you for proving your worth. I just turned all demons into gold with my knowledge. You can collect them if you want, with some of these magic berries. Although, all those pursuits are fruitless, of course. Okay, so, Earl got +5 speech, we get 3 supplies and a treasure hunt token. All the demons have been turned into gold. Padmasambhava continues. Before you descend, I want you to take this sacred token down to Earth. It should provoke the thoughts of all mortals. Dolores does not appreciate his tone. The Dharma Chakra of Padmasambhava. Can an even bigger treasure be found? Well, yeah, we know for a fact that... Okay, never mind. So, this is kind of a bummer. If you come up here as a speaker, something with like a Kwame crew or something, you might actually be able to get like a lot of renown out of this. I think 90 renown is still way better than 3 treasure hunt tokens, but think of all the extra renown that could be worth. Alright, well... The demons here have turned into gold through the power of Padmasambhava. A great find. Treasure hunt token every time we hit one of those nodes. Unfortunately, we're going to take a bunch of penalties on the way back to the... I'm very disappointed. You arrive at the Temple of Yabyum, the symbol of love. Your deepest desires can come to life here. If Molly is correct, one of the Shambhala keys must be somewhere in this temple. I think we're going to have trouble with this one. You have to be careful, for the trap of seduction is said to be laid out here. You enter the temple and... Goodness gracious, it's crawling with beautiful and charming people. They welcome the crew with undeniable warmth. Welcome, beautiful, intelligent, sweet people. Please join us, and allow us to adore you. They sound a lot like the guy on the mountain. You must get across the room to continue, but this offer is tempting. Sure. This is going to be impossible for crew members who are either gullible or want to be famous. Earl can't resist all those nice compliments and all these beautiful people in adoration. Could Earl have finally made it to heaven? Gullible and fame-seeking crew members won't be able to get to the other side. Alright, so we're going to have do the Battle of Charms or do the Battle of Will here. I think we'll be real bad at this. Earl is totally fallen for this crap. So 19%. For the Challenge of Will, we should be better at. Yeah, because Dolores has Quick Thinker and stuff. Alright, we tool it up to 74. This is what we brought the tools for. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Dolores has wills of steel, and the beautiful people cannot keep her from reaching the other side of the room, where Dolores hits the gong. The beautiful people disappear like illusions, which makes Earl kind of sad. The crew can now continue. You arrive at a cloudy hall, the Shambhala Key of the Heart at its center. Amazing. The prize in the center of the Yabyum Court is now yours to take. Alright, so we got all 3 of the Shambhala Keys. That's nice. 25 renown for each level of Archaeologist and Diplomat is a total of 0 renown. So... collect tokens. That's something. And then we're gonna just haul ass back to the thing in as few hops as possible. Oh no. Molly loses grit. Actually, here's a supply node. Let's hit it. A group of Rivaloo's henchmen is running around frantically. We saw it! We saw a Yeti! You must hear me out! Yeah, there's no such thing as a Yeti, guys. No! You must hear me out! It's amazing, and we made some useful notes. You should come with us to find him! You want their information, but those Rivalinis will ruin the expedition. It's true, these guys are the worst. Whatever, we're gonna beat them up and take their supplies. Okay. They're not weak against much. They have 25 armor and 70 spirit. They're only weak against one thing, and it's a thing that we have a little bit of. Alright, we'll start out like this. Molly should probably be able to get a kill on one of these guys now that he's injured. And then we're going to get completely surrounded. Now, I know that it looks like I'm setting myself up for a speech penalty, but Rivalinis will often go aggressive to match you if you go aggressive. Yeah, okay, great. And the more focused they are on physical damage, the better we're going to do during this fight, because we're a lot more resistant to physical than we are to speech. With the possible exception of Earl, I think. But even he, obviously, is not a pushover. Alright, so the women are a different unit, and they have different stats. Let's see here. They have less armor. They have 0 base armor, where the guys have 25 base armor. So let's throw some punches. Come over here and KO this guy, because he's preventing Earl from getting over to the right. And I want Earl over here so that he can launch his experiments. Oh, he's not quite close enough. Oh well, it'll have to do. Alright, now Earl is within range of the gunshot. Okay. She chooses to go for the hardest one to injure and also the one with the most health. Although I guess it does make total sense that those would be the same person. Alright, well, battle resolved. If we're lucky with our supply routing, we might get out of this without taking too many more penalties. I do think that we will totally own Rivaloo and his people. I don't think it should be a problem at all. With the henchmen knocked out, you can take their notes on the Yeti, and some of their supplies, too. Okay, we only got 2 supplies, so that's only going to cover 1 hop, because everything costs 2 around here. Alright, the demons here have turned into gold. Baller. Yeah, I know. Molly loses armor. Oh my god, why is it so hard to get to this place? So... wow, even this node right here doesn't connect. That's ridiculous. So, we do have to... oh, this is the... sorry, this is the one anyway. So you have to either get to here or here. Alright, the shortest path is here, then out. So you have to take 2 more penalties. Demons have turned into gold. Hooray! Dolores loses armor. We're losing a lot of defensive stats. Demons have turned into gold. Earl loses speech defense. Okay. Let's get out of here. We didn't lose any of our offensive stats, so we can still do sort of a blitz down thing. You walk into the amazing palace. You are surrounded by the biggest hoard of gold you've ever seen in your life. You could buy a small country with this. But you're not here for the superficial gold. You're here for the Emperor Jade Orb. You do not have all the Shambhala keys. But Molly is confident that you will find a way to take the orb. Wait, we do, in fact, have all the Shambhala keys. Oh no, that's sorry. Rivaloo starts with one of them. There it is, the Sintamani. Those who touch it give it a shape according to their nature. A simply mystical and amazing treasure. Some mystical spheres surround it. They probably disappear with the Shambhala keys. Then suddenly the ceiling starts to crack. It's Rivaloo and his crew. They come bursting in from the other side. Ha ha! It seems we're just in time, crew. It's beautiful to see that some of our most die-hard fans have gathered here to see us collect the greatest treasure of all. Alright, once again, last time, buddy, this is mine. Is that so? Well, why don't we let the ancestors of this place decide? Let us activate the Shambhala keys. I'll start with the Shambhala key of privilege. I'm not surprised by that at all. He pulls out the Shambhala key and the surroundings transform. The palace is adapting in accordance with Rivalu's dreams, with statues of him all over the place. Typical. Ah, but this one is yours. Molly shows the Shambhala key of strength. Its blessings of power are yours. Rivalu is happy for you. Congratulations! You now must be the strongest number 2 ever. Yeah, what about Bono? It's true, we are strong. Molly pulls out the next key, the Shambhala key of heart. Its blessings of beauty are yours. Rivalu congratulates you on your newfound charm. Ah, I see you're looking more like me now. That's a development we can all get behind. And finally, the Shambhala key of mind. Your crew feels their determination surging. Rivalu is delighted with this development. It's great for you that you found that key. You could surely use it more than me. Now that the keys have been activated, the only thing left here is the Sintamani. Molly and Rivalu look at each other, then at the orb, then back at each other. It's time to see who deserves the orb. Time to talk this out. It's time to have a little chat now. I don't remember. I go to the Lost Island so frequently. Okay, yeah. That choice determined the starting values. I wanted to start pleasant so that our opening physical attack could be more damaging. So I think it makes sense for Molly to run to here so that she can drop Loudmouth. I do want to talk real quick about what the keys actually do. So for each key that you get, your party gets a buff. By the way, while I'm talking, feel free to enjoy all of the Rivalu statuary around here. Some pretty fantastic artwork. The key of strength gives you 5 attack, 10 armor. The key of heart gives you 5 speech power. The key of mind gives you 15 speech defense. These may not seem like very large buffs, and you're correct, they aren't. But for each key that Rivalu's crew gets, they all get a buff. And getting the keys for yourself is really more about not allowing the Rivalu to have them than about having them. Yeah, you can see the Shambhala key of privilege makes the key blessings way more powerful for Rivalu's crew than for yours. It makes them take half damage or be immune to additional attack types and stuff like that. It's really, really a pain in the ass. So, we can do this. Alright, so this will tank their armor out a little bit. I'm thinking the first physical attack of the battle might actually just be a little bit of that. Alright. Now we have some serious armor debuffing. And Dolores throws a punch for 139. Not too bad. Honestly, we might be able to burn Rivalu down before too many more turns happen. Okay, that was adorable, Tommy. This is gonna be less adorable. That was actually still fairly adorable. Oh no, they're gonna kill her. Oh, and she's impressed now. Rivalu, you monster, you leave her alone. Okay. Oh, that was a very bad play. You have no idea what you've just done. Okay, well that was easy. I don't think I've ever seen that go that quickly before. That's it! You are the strongest explorer! Rivalu, who gained a chipped tooth in the fight, is panicking. My face! My beautiful face! This is kind of weird wording. It sort of sounds like he is up a tooth from where he started, and that tooth is chipped. That guy will bother you no more. You've beaten him and his crew fair and square. Now you can go get the Sintamani. It's yours to take. As soon as you touch it, it will change according to how the ancestors see you. Molly reaches out and touches the orb. It starts to reshape itself. Fascinating. But what will it become? The Emperor Tiger. You fought like the tiger to acquire your heart. So there are 9 different versions of the Sintamani, based on your dominant attitude through most of the expeditions, and your dominant resource type. Alright, 500 renown. Not terrible. This is going to be an okay score. It's not the best ever. The Emperor Tiger, a sign of your fighting prowess and impressive horde. This treasure will seal your rightful position as the world's most renowned explorer. All that remains is to go back to London and celebrate this event with the Renowned Explorers International Society. Rivaloo might be a little bit less congratulatory this time, given what we did to his face and everything. So we did pick up a decent amount of, what do you call it? A decent amount of renown there. Not as much as you can get. I was a little bit bummed to have to take the supplies at the monastery that reduce the renown you get from tokens. That was a shame. There are two, as is the case with most of the zones in the game, there's a couple of different epic encounters for this zone, and only one can show up. Only one shows up in each particular instance. The Dharma Chakra is by far the most common of the epic encounters. There is actually a Yeti who can show up occasionally, though, instead. And I really, really like the Yeti fight. I wish that we'd gotten to see it there. Alright, Molly Jones, 6226. Not too bad. Back in London, and everyone's enjoying the Explorer of the Year party. Pinkerton comes up to you. An exquisite job, Explorer. I must admit I wasn't sure you could beat the competent Rivaloo, but it looks like you're the best explorer among us. Then that jerk butts in, and he's like, I'm so proud of you. I knew you would rise to the challenge, blah, blah, blah. He's gotten some dental work. I don't see that chipped tooth. Alright. To be fair, he's a dick, but at least he's not, like, evil. Well, that was not terrible. I don't exactly know what the next video is going to be. Like I said, this is probably the last of the expeditions where we set out just to see new stuff. It's going to be a little more focused, a little more goal-oriented. I'm going to be trying to wring out the most possible from a couple of different strategies. So if you have an idea for something you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. And otherwise, we'll see you next time.